volunteers are the key to making a difference in the lives of people facing Alzheimer's and dementia. So there's
Hmm.
many ways to get engaged with the Alzheimer's
Right.
Association, and your journey starts by reaching out.
Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And we are here again with Jim Wilgus, who is a Regional Vice President of the Pacific Northwest for the Alzheimer's Association. And again, we are talking about clinical research breakthroughs. And, it's an exciting time for me that, I've been in this work, Jim, since we started Answers for Elders in 2009. And I started taking care of my mom in 2006. Well, really 2005 is when, we started helping her, right? And I took care of her till 2011. And I remember her decline. I remember how much that I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would feel this desperate situation of, I don't know how to help. I don't know how to break through sometimes into communicating with her because there was so much at times that I felt like I didn't have all the resources. And had I known about the resources that we have today, it's pretty amazing, I tell you, and the breakthroughs that have happened. So obviously, for me to volunteer and get involved with the Alzheimer's Association, I have a personal story, but I think so many of us do. And I would love you to share a little bit about how can we get involved? What can we do to help?
Absolutely. And thanks again for having me on the broadcast. There's a lot of ways for folks to get engaged with the Alzheimer's Association, whether you're in need of services yourself, or you want to volunteer for a clinical trial, or you want to volunteer for an event, or be a community educator in your home community. We're present with walk events in 600 communities across the United States and over almost 30 in my territory, the Pacific Northwest. And volunteers are the key to making a difference in the lives of people facing Alzheimer's and dementia in community. We're a voluntary health organization, so we're a very similar kind of organization to other organizations that are health related, like the American Heart Association, where I had worked for
Hmm.
almost 20 years, the American Cancer Society, just to name a few. And they're community-based organizations. So across my state of Washington, we've got volunteer groups that work in all the federal districts through our advocacy work, that
Hmm.
work in over 40 communities where we have community volunteer educators. And again, as I had mentioned, in 15 communities where we do walk events, and then throughout the entire state in hundreds of communities with our event called The Longest Day. So there's all kinds
Hmm.
of ways for people to get involved. Certainly, if you're in need of services,
Hmm.
that's the place to start your journey to access services at the local level or at a 24/7, 365-day a year level is by
Hmm.
contacting our helpline at 1
Yes.
800 272 3900. We
Hmm.
have master's level social workers that work at that helpline to
Yep.
provide care and support services and advice to individuals, but also they're available with our central information around what's happening locally that you can get
Yeah.
involved with.
Yeah.
Another great place to go is our website,
Hmm.
www.alz.org.
Hmm.
And you can access a myriad of resources there, but also find your local chapter, including the Washington State affiliate and the other states in the Pacific Northwest and throughout the entire country.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
getting involved as a volunteer or seeking our services is a good first step
Sure.
to begin your journey of supporting the Alzheimer's Association or gaining services from the
Yeah.
Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah. And Jim, what you say is I had the privilege, thanks to you guys, to interview some of your superstars. And when I say superstar volunteers, I mean they are down at the state capitol levels, talking to legislators. They are out raising money and participating in the walks, which fund clinical research. They're caregivers that are taking care of loved ones today, and they're also people that are helping educate if they've been through it, they're helping those that are already now in the thralls. So talking about having local support, I know that it's my honor. It's like to help people that are going through what I went through years ago. It's like, I know the frustration, and nobody can really imagine what that's like unless you've been there. And I think that's the thing. If you've been, if you're listening to this broadcast and think, how can I make a difference and help? This is one way, absolutely, that you can.
Absolutely. And there's many one-time opportunities and there's many ongoing opportunities. A one-time opportunity could be to participate in your state's Advocacy Day, which actually has individuals from all parts of the state. We held ours last week in Olympia here in Washington.
Yeah.
We were in Juneau last week in Alaska. We had over 100 individuals at the state capitol in Olympia who visited with every legislator on a scheduled appointment to talk about the agenda that we were promoting to support Alzheimer's disease and other dementias and our initiatives in the state of Washington. We had over 24 folks in Juneau at our Advocacy Day at that state capitol. And if you're in Des Moines, if you're in Santa Fe, if you're in Annapolis, there's a state Advocacy Day for every single state. And so it's just as easy as finding the information on our website and learning about when those dates are and how you can register.
Yeah.
We also have a federal Advocacy Day. This year it's in June. And we'll have a good dozen folks going from Washington State, in my case, and at least half a dozen in Alaska, going to DC, along with volunteers from all 50 states representing every single congressional district to go to Capitol Hill on a Tuesday wearing purple. And we're one of the largest organizations that descends on the Hill every single year to promote federal research initiatives and care and support initiatives. But there's also at your home city the ability to be a community educator, to be a support group leader, to organize a team for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which is in, again, over a dozen communities, over 24 communities in the Pacific Northwest, over 600 communities nationwide, or to organize a longest day effort. You can also get your company involved or your other civic organizations, such as your church or your school. So there's many ways to get engaged with the Alzheimer's Association, and your journey starts by reaching out.
Yeah. And just, I'm going to just share, get creative. I mean, I know that we have, a lot of our listeners know we have a therapy dog organization. And one of the great things we do is take our dogs out. Every week, we're probably in 20 different memory care communities, bringing smiles to those that have Alzheimer's disease in memory care facilities. So again, all of these things are important. I would like to thank you, Jim, for being on the show with us this week, and your knowledge and everything you do to find a cure. Those of us that have been through it with a loved one, we are eternally grateful to you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the broadcast, and reach out to Alzheimer's Association at www.alz.org or at 1-800-272-3900.
Fabulous. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.